Today I'm going to show you how to make a really cute little kind of a hostess gift or something that you can give to a friend or a family member. With Easter coming, it's something that people would really appreciate, and it's probably something you have laying around your house. So join me. So I'm going to show you today how I take these old medicine bottles that I save and I clean them out. I make sure they're completely dry, and then I'm going to show you a really fun little crafty project that you can do, and it's just something that, you know, I just think most people are really excited to get. So let me show you what I did yesterday. So I actually dehydrated some herbs. I realized I was out of oregano, but I picked some thyme at the same time. So this is my thyme. I've dehydrated, everything's nice and dry, so I'm just going to take it out of the dehydrator. And I have 2 trays of thyme, and then I have three trays of oregano. So let me show you how I make this into a really cute little hostess gift. So what I do, this is my thyme. You don't want to give them the little twigs that these come on. So basically all you're going to do is just kind of pull these off. It's going to take you a few minutes, but it's pretty fast. I really love the smell of thyme. I love oregano. I mean, I love using fresh herbs, but I also like to have dehydrated herbs on hand as well. Now, some people take their herbs and they run them through like a little food mill or a little coffee grinder. I mean, I have done that when I have a lot of herbs, but in this situation, see, some of these twigs are pretty big. Now, if you're in a hurry, you can always take your thyme and just kind of crush it between your hands. I mean, either way, it's going to get everything off. This is a pretty easy process. So I'm just going to take this thyme and, you know, work on getting all the little leaves and the flowers. The flowers are also something you can season your food with. And when you do this, it's going to take most of the herbs off right there, actually. But you're going to have a few of the smaller stems. You know, you could put these through like a little sieve if you like, or a little, I'm going to use a little, just a little colander. It's a real small one that I picked up at the Dollar Tree once. I actually use it all the time. And for these little tiny pieces of wood, it'll take them right out. Let me show you. So I just have this little colander. I'm just going to put everything in here. Now the little tiny pieces that don't have any of this in them, don't worry about it. I'm just going to push these right through the colander. And all I'm looking to do is just pick up these really large stems. Where are the small stems? The whole goal here is that you just get as much of these stems out as possible. Now, these little bitty ones, you could actually cook with them. They're not going to hurt anything. You don't want to be chewing on those big stems. And there you go. You've got some really nice herbs that you can put together and use for your cooking. So all I'm going to do at this point is take these little prescription bottles, and I'm just going to fill them up with these herbs. Now this is the thyme. Now another thing I do sometimes is I add kosher salt to this, and I make kind of a seasoning blend. Now these, I really wanted to have the individual herbs, so I didn't do that in this particular time, but you could. It's very easy. And if you like cooking with the salt in your cooking, you know, it's just a really nice thing to have on hand. All right, so I'm just going to throw these in the trash. All right, so all I'm going to do now is just take my paper up, and my goal is just to get the rest of this thyme off of the newspaper. You'll see this just makes it super easy. See how much you lose by, you know, if you just throw this paper away. And I just pour this into the bottle. Just like this. There you go. So I've got from that little 2 trays of I'm of thyme, I was able to get 2 bottles of thyme that I could, you know, make into a product. So there we go. I'm going to put a little bit more in here just so they're kind of even. And there you go. I just put the lid on it. And there's so many ways you can decorate these. You could, you know, you can put all kinds of little decoupage, but I have something really easy. Again, it's something I got from the Dollar Tree, and that is this contact paper. I just think it works amazing. So all I'm gonna do is just kind of measure how much of this I want around my bottle. And I like this contact paper because it has these little lines on the back. So I am just going to cut down the line, just cut this little square out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this in half, just like this. And I just want to, since these are exactly the same length, I'm gonna just easily cut. See how I kind of piece it together the simple way. I don't do any extra work if I don't have to. Now I'm gonna cut this in half, and then I'm just gonna take this contact paper off. I'm just gonna make sure this is nice and straight. Looks good. I'm gonna take this contact paper off this sticky part. And I'm just going to put it along this, bottle. You want it as even as possible. Just kind of like when you're doing contact paper on a drawer or what have you, just keep kind of pulling it apart until you get it the way that you want it. So there you go. Now, we don't know what this is because I don't have anything labeled. So what I'm going to do is take my little label maker and I'm going to turn it on. And I'm just going to type in here thyme. And it just comes out the back, and then I have this little scissor thing. And it's so simple. And I just put my label right over the front of that. Just like this. Just as even as I can. And there you go. Isn't that cute? And if you wanted to, you could put a little sticker on the top of this, a little label, or I do have a bunch of them, so I could do that. But that's as simple as it gets. Again, we want to have the straightest part on the top. Like I said, if it's not straight, just straighten it out. It's really easy to do this. It's just like when you're, you know how you do contact paper when you're putting your contact paper down on your counters or your little cupboards. Just keep pulling it until you get it the way you want it. I always have these on hand for something quick to give somebody who cooks, and it just makes it really nice. Just kind of keep these up on my counter, and of course I use them for my own cooking as well. So out of that 1 dehydrator full of my herbs, I was able to get 4 bottles of fresh herbs. I have oregano and thyme. So these are great things to have on hand for yourself or for other people. So if you're interested, give it a try. Like I said, I use things that I have all over the house. I don't go and buy a lot of things that I don't have to, especially when I'm giving things away to friends and family. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you are not a subscriber, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.